In this video, I'm going to show you two different ways to calculate the previous year amount for a given measure. Here we have a table visual with the year from the date table, and we have the total permits issued measure. This is our measure definition. It's simply a distinct count of the permit number from the building permits table. If we go to our model view, we can see the relationship between our calendar table and our building permits table. Now let's go back to the report view. Let's calculate the previous year amount. I'm going to go to the measures table, select new measure, and I'm going to call this permits issued previous year. We call our calculate function and our measure. Now for the next piece, we're going to put a filter on the date by using the date add function. And we're going to insert three different parameters. The first one is the date column from the date table. The second parameter is the interval that we're looking for. In this case, -1, because we want the previous year, comma. And for the third parameter, we specify the interval type, in this case, year. We close the parentheses, hit enter, and let's drag this new measure onto the table. And I'm going to format this. As we can see, this is giving us the permits issued amount for the previous years. 15,480, 15,480, 13,704, 13,704, and so on and so forth. Right now, I don't want to see the totals, so I'm going to hide that. Now I'm going to show you a second way to calculate this previous year amount, but this way shows a little bit more of the mechanics on how to manipulate the filters in your measure to get it to do what you want. I'm going to go to the measures table and select new measure. I'm going to call this permits issued previous year, and then using filter, because we're going to use the filter function. The first thing I'm going to do is calculate the maximum date of the current year. In my case, my calendar table has all of the dates up to December 31st of the current year. So I'm going to use the date column from the date table to calculate this. And I'm going to do so using a variable. I'm going to use the max function. There it is. Now to validate this, I can return this variable. And let's take a look at it in a visual. Perfect. Let's go back to the measure. Now we're going to calculate the first date of the previous year. And this is one way to do it. Once again, we're going to use a variable. I'm going to call this first date, previous year. We're going to take the year of our last date of the current year, -1, and then 1 for January, and then 1 for the first day of January. Now let's return this variable to validate that we're getting the result that we want. Here we should see January 1st of 2024, since right now this is recorded in 2025. Perfect. There's our January 1st, 2024. Let's keep going. Now I want to calculate the last day of the previous year. And we're going to do this using a similar method to the second variable we just calculated. Now instead of January 1st, we're going to put December 31st. Now once again, we can validate this if we want. There's December 31st of 2024. Now for the last step. Let's create a new variable and call it result. We're going to use the calculate function just like we did in the first measure we created. Now we're going to call the total permits issued measure, again just like in the first measure we created for previous year. Here I'm using the all function to remove any filters from the date table. And now for my filter expression, I'm going to specify any dates that are within the range of last year. I do this by selecting any dates that are greater than or equal to the first date of the previous year and include in the date range any dates that are less than or equal to the last date of the previous year. And here, I'm going to return the result variable. We hit enter, and we drag this onto the table. We don't need this anymore. And I'm also going to format this measure. And as you can see, we are getting the same results for each of these years, just as we got with the first measure. You may notice that the second measure shows a value for this row in which there's a blank value for the year. We're not going to address that behavior in this video. This video is to illustrate the results of two different ways to calculate the previous year amount for a given measure. If you'd like for me to address this difference in behavior we see, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know how you would have approached solving this measure. If you found this video useful, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.